I'm Johnny Stovall. This is Chase the Heat. I'm going to play now at the beginning before anybody gets on. I played until you guys got on, and the minute you got on, I'm done. All right, Mr. Wolf, good to see you. Dizzy Dragon, Sip Chomper. And I stopped. I was playing mostly. I had a crazy day today. Today, I do something once in a while that is really weird, and I get picked on by my family. Maybe some of you guys do it. I forget to eat sometimes. Do you guys ever do that? I just get busy and things happen, and that was today. I ended up going to work. Wasn't going to go to work today. Ended up going to work a little bit. And was supposed to be at work that long. It was that long I ended up being at work. So I didn't eat. So I have some spicy stuff I was planning on eating, but I have a very empty stomach, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to handle it. Thinking about it. Cadillac Cabin Life. Good to see you. Drew V, look at all those beautiful buses. So good to see you guys. Oh, you know what? Stay right there, guys. Stay right there. Like you're going to go somewhere? Give me 1 second. I'm going to get some information that I wanted to share with you all. I think you'll still be able to see me. I just won't be able to see you, and that's okay. Give me just a second. I hope everybody's having a good night. We're going to have some fun things to talk about tonight, people. No joke. All right, so give me just a second here while all right. I meant to do this on last night's, whoops. I meant to do this on last night's live stream and didn't. And felt bad about that. All right, so wait 1 second. Boy, you know what my computer is. Do you guys ever have a situation where you move your mouse and for some reason it doesn't seem, you're done moving and the mouse is still, the cursor's still flying all over the place? What causes that? I know that probably the proper answer is a bad laptop. All right, so I'm almost done. Can't see any questions or comments right now, guys, so just bear with me for a sec. And hang on, what was that last one? Okay, I'm almost done. Boy, I'll tell you what. You know what? Bear with me with your questions, guys. I'll be just a second. This is kind of important to me, so there. One more picture, and then that's it. All right. Sorry about that. That was terrible. It was something that should have taken me 2 seconds. Ended up taking me minutes. Good to see everybody. Hi, buddy. Ted Hammond. Beautiful with that bus. Thank you so much for being on the bus. It's going to factor in important tonight. You guys will hear in just a minute. But in keeping with that, I want to say a big thank you to everybody. We'll start with Ted Hammond since he just did this. These are all the people on the bus pass. I want to acknowledge them. And we'll start with Ted since he just did. But Uncle Bullcow, Invader Grimm, John Estestad, Drew V, and some of them you'll see right here. Robbie Robertson, Lord Kiss Freak, Tugardo, Charles McClellan. These are my family, you guys. Jen DV, 138. We've got Alan Ballantyne, December Nights Guys, Charlie Mullins, Brandon Bond, Chad Matthews, Buddha Davis, Corbin Remmert, that's my friend Jeff. Tad and Kit from Harvest 912, On the Bus. Brandon Breeding, Anthony Ivy, Barella, Bizzle 636, Tristan Ankrum, Wilder Napalm, Ragdoll Racing, Give me 1 second. Ragdoll Racing. Scott Banta, Militant Vegan, a.k.a. Heather Joy, Joe Smith, The Scotch Sonnet, Chris Carruthers, Mr. Wolf, Ed Pagilian, Bert Miranda, George Masters, and my brother Tom Broom. I want to thank all of you guys. There's a lot of great content for you to see. Now, since I just read all of those names, this is important. I want to show you guys something. Then I'm going to get to some questions and answers. This is a very exciting bottle of tincture I got today in the mail from my friend, Tom Broom. Now, this is his Reaper Tincture Sears Vintage, 30-month aged. Now, prior to this, the longest aged one I had was 24 months. This is aged 30 months, all right? Starts with the same starting batch, and whether it's 6 months, you know, this was slated to be 30 months. It's incredible. The flavor is amazing. I'm going to do a drop in a minute, although I have completely empty stomach, so I don't want to get hurt during this thing. I have to call it short. But this, Tom, see, is Tom in the chat? I think he probably is. Tom, he is. Tom, do me a favor. How many bottles of these do you have for sale? And as soon as we're done handling this, we'll get to question and answer. So if you have questions, just either get ready to retype it. But Tom Broom is going to tell us in just a moment how many of these he has. What we're going to do is this. He is going to offer these. This is going to be available to the public. I'm not sure. We'll collectively decide on this phone call. Maybe a week from, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But if you are on the bus, you're going to have a chance to get this pre-launch before it's made available to the public. Charlie, here, I'm going to do it. Tom has 27 of these bottles. Now, his normal tincture, I think, is $30 a bottle. This is $35 a bottle. Now, I want to tell you guys something. This is my hand to God. This is a true story. I was talking with Tom yesterday, and he asked me to taste it and to tell him what I thought of it. I told him what I thought on the flavor and the heat. He asked me about what he thought about price, and I said it should be $40. And he didn't want to do that. I think it should be 45 or 50. You know, look, there's a lot of people on the planet, but I would doubt there's anybody on the planet that's got a 30-month aged Reaper tincture. You can't get this anywhere else. The aroma, oh. It's a strange thing to say this because a lot of people will not associate a smoothness to aroma tincture, but there's a smoothness to the aroma. It really is. There's a drop of this tincture. I'm not going to hurt myself. It's really interesting how dramatic the flavor changes from batch to batch, considering it starts with the same starter. It's just incredible. But this, you guys, you know, it's just super, super flavorful. There's a lot of guys on the bus who has a bus pass who wants one. I know Charles McClellan wants one. Charlie Mullins wants one. Mr. Wolf wants one. So right now, and this is this thing, there are 30... Hang on a second, I'll tell you exactly how many are on the bus pass. There are currently 36 people that have a bus pass. Now, in theory, if every single one of those 36 people wanted one of these, nobody in the public would ever get one because there are more people with a bus pass than there are bottles of this. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. So if you want to kind of wait and see if he has any, I'm sure he will. If you want to make sure you get one, get a bus pass. Tom Broom, question for you. What day are you going to make this public to everybody? We haven't decided that. Anyway, let's while he's thinking that out, we'll get some question and answers and say hi to everybody. If I miss your name, say something else in the chat, and I'll get to you guys. I promise you. Greg Johnson, good to see you. Queensland, good to see you. From down under. We we got? Mr. Wolf Bent Genetics. Good to see you. Tink is amazing. Tink is it's pretty extreme stuff. It's pretty hardcore. Bad Cat. Good to see you. I can smell it from here. You got the Smell-O-Vision 3.0. Well done. Christopher Westcott. Growing apocalypse peppers, chocolate boulas, reaper peppers, and ghost peppers this year. Those wonderful lineup. Great heat. Sounds like a super hot salsa waiting to happen. Bent Genetics is smelling ghost peppers. You know what that means? He's eating ghost peppers. Just in case, great name. Cuban neighbor, smell like peppers like you've been eating apples. Ed, never tried tincture but would be interested in trying it. Here's the great thing about tincture. People always will say, people who've never tried it will say a couple things. They'll say, why? We like peppers. We like the burn, that's why. But big question is, what do you put it on? You can put it on ice cream, you can put it on tacos, put it in food, in chili, anything you want to heat up. It's amazing on your tongue. So that's where I put it. If you put drops of tincture on a spoon, the metal spoon will change the flavor of the tincture. And you won't notice it because if you don't have something to compare it with, but it does. If you have a mother of pearl spoon, do a comparison side by side, you'll be shocked. Simon Martin, good to see you. Charles McClellan's got a plan to get that tincture. Desperate times calls for desperate actions. December Night Skies. By the way, look what I got from December Night Skies today. Tinctures, people. And these are also aged. Only other time I've ever seen aged tincture. This is his Carolina Reaper, aged 2 months. Here's his Ghost Anero. I'm guessing this is Ghost and the Habanero blend, 2 months. We've got Peach Anero. Looks like this could be with drops, I'm not sure. But Peach Habanero, 2 months. And this last one is his Berry Bonnet. So, not exactly quite sure. He wrote me a note. I just don't have it in front of me right now. This is age 6 months. So I'll be reviewing those soon. If I had something to eat today, I probably would have tried those now, but I didn't. Mike Chili, Eskimo Stoltz. What's up, y'all? Good to see you. Jacob Deathridge. Good to see you, my brother. The way you get a bus pass, if you're doing this from a laptop, you go down to the bottom of, you'll see the little icon for the Chase to Eat, the channel. Look to the right, you'll see a little tab that says join. That's how you do it. It's only $4.99 a month. Right now there are 18 or 19 videos up, several challenges, aftermaths, pretty cool stuff. Greg Johnson likes coming here for the live streams. Okay, so Tom Broom says, whatever you want, go a week this time next week. That's what we'll do. We'll do 1 week this time next week. So today is Saturday at 9 p.m. Next week at this time, it'll be available. Whatever's left over will be available to the public. If you're comfortable with that, wait a week. If you're not, get a bus pass. You won't be disappointed. There's great content on there, I think. People aren't complaining. The interesting thing is, I'm telling my story. One of the comments, the questions I've had been asked, why? Why do you do what you do? Why I just get that a lot. So I'm going through it's called Couch Time. It's a series where I'm kind of describing my journey. I mean, from Jump Street, from the beginning. By the end of that, people are going to have a really sound understanding of who I am, why I am, and we're getting into the gritty stuff right now, the college years, which is kind of a lot of terrible things happen in college, but that's what you're catching Friday. That's every Friday, but I'm doing about 13 or 14 videos a month, so you guys won't be disappointed. Jason P. watching in the background while I'm gaming and eating green chili. Sounds like a good thing to do. Derek Simmons, good to see you. Lennon, good to see you. Brian Deegan, a pleasure. Thanks for stopping in. Did I just see my chili mom bird? Oh, I sure did. Forget it, girl. I love you. I'm glad you're here. You're not late. We were just talking about you. I'm just kidding. That's the line we always use. Tom does PayPal. I gotta skip. I'm getting lost in the chat, so I'm going to catch up to current. Actually, no, I better not do that. It's going to take me a while to get through everybody. Walter Burgess, good to see you. What was that 13 million tincture still take the cake? The 13 Reaper tincture was from the panic mode. I think that the stuff that I've done, this is hotter than that. This is hotter than the stuff that I did in that video. I wasn't where I am now then. I still would have trouble with it, just not as much trouble now as I did then. Tincture is also, yes, Jacob Deathridge, thank you for telling me that. Tincture is also a phenomenal way to boost your tolerance in a hurry. It's great. Very, very good for that, and quickly too. Simon Martin, when am I coming to Australia, mate? I don't know. I'm going. I was supposed to finish filming for the thing I'm in a week and a half or 2 weeks, but we had a delay, so a whole week of filming is going to be delayed. So I can start the process. I don't want to start the process until that's finished, but I have some things in my corner that are looking like it's going to help me this time. So hopefully I'll be there very soon. Hopefully they're going to film season 2 in Australia. But that for being bold. Sup, homie? Good to see you, Dread. Let's see. Try out take. It's a good thing to do, Mike. You'll like it. It's a pretty neat thing. You know, if you're into chilies and spicy stuff, it's just a cool thing to add to your repertoire. There are times, where tank is necessary. It just works that way. Random greetings from Melbourne. Good to see you. Dizzy Dragon with a bus pass. How cool. Thank you. Hope you like it. A lot of cool stuff on there, I think. Looks like a gusher party in the near future. There's, Ted is. I have a lot of peppers. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. Today I would have eaten more peppers today, but I had to do some work, and we went to the office today. But definitely could be some gushers though. Charlie Mullins doesn't have PayPal. Email me, Charlie. We'll try to figure out something to do. James Davis, good to see you. I've always had a very high tolerance to heat like I do now. No, definitely not. But I've always been super adventurous. And I've always been the kind of, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. I've always been that guy. So even when I was young and the pepperoncini kind of burned me, I was still, even then, like, what's after a pepperoncini? That was kind of my mindset. Dizzy Dragon, I have ascended to the bus. You know what? I talked about this on the one of the bus videos. You guys ever been in London? I've been to London a few times, and they have these double-decker buses. And it's kind of cool, If you get on a double-decker bus, you're pretty much going to see most of the same stuff. Some of the people on the upper deck see a little more because there's no roof on you, and you can. So it's kind of like that. It's the same bus, just kind of a different deck. So it's kind of like that. We have the beard, Dread. Random, just saw a local chili festival in 2 weeks' time. My butt will definitely be at that. Very cool, 2 weeks. Time to prep. Time to prepare a little bit. Uncle Bullcow, good to see you, man. I'm going to be doing that Pop-Tart. Looks gnarly. Looks very gnarly. All right. Oh, man. I'm getting lost in the comments here. Hang on a second. I had one I wanted to read, and I don't know where it went. Boy, they're going fast. Kylie Van Loon, good to see you. Glad I got you into peppers. That's cool. Keep eating them. Ernie Eastman, good to see you, man. Been a while. Christopher Allen, The Life of Dennis Brace. Nice to see you. Bree, I'm glad you're here. Blake Nations, good evening. With wife Beth. How cool is that? You're both here. Got a little family that burns together. Thank you for both being here, Blake and Beth. That's awesome. Charles McClellan, thank you, Johnny, for sending me your signed card along with my first tube of terror. Tried one last night after supper. Definitely a wonderful long bird, for sure. Yeah, you got one of the. I had 7 of those signed cards. That's it. So I'm glad you got it. RS, good to see you, man. Give us an update on your mom, Charlie, if you can, if you don't mind. If it's something you don't want to do, I understand. Mr. Wolf, I did know that about your July birthday wish. I might not be here, but I might. If I can be here, I will. We'll figure something out for sure. Greg F., good to see you. Man, I'm getting lost in the chats. They're flying by. Yeah, Tom's tank is no joke, Jacob. I'm just going to get caught up. All right, guys, I missed a bunch. I'm just trying to get caught up. I'll try to stay current here. Brian Deegan, what's the best shenanigan you've ever pulled off in your lifetime? Best shenanigan? You mean, you have to qualify what you mean by that. Because I've done a lot of shenanigans. I'm not a young guy. What do you mean? Do you mean pepper related? Do you just mean in general? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Let me know and I'll try to answer it. Charles McClellan, I really do enjoy your couch time sessions. Thanks for delving into your deepest, darkest, and brightest moments. The darkest haven't even come close yet. Wait till you hear the darkest. I'm telling you, if there were 10,000 people on the bus pass, I probably couldn't do this because I'd be thinking that 10,000 people are going to hear this. Right now, 36 people are going to hear it, so it's a little bit easier for me to talk about. Frank Rippin, good to see you. Yep, fresh ones are hotter. No woke here. Glad you're here. Dominican Republic, very nice. Burn and Ernie YouTube channel. Very cool. I didn't know it was you, Burn and Ernie. It hasn't been a while, man. Emmanuel, good to see you. Satan's Toes a drag. I didn't like the taste of that. She's doing better, still hurting. I'm glad she's doing better. Keep her in the prayers. Guys, prayers and good wishes and vibes, please, for Charlie's mom still. She was in an automobile accident. She's recouping. Getting lost is okay. In the chat, at least I tried. I try to keep up with everybody. I'm not a young guy. It's true. Come on. Loopswell, good to see you. When will we be putting out a Primatali Tube of Terror type product? You know what? It would sound good, but really, because ultimately the Tube of Terror is heated the most because of the capsaicin crystals. I mean, it would look cool on the label, but it isn't going to affect the heat whatsoever because it's trumped by the cap crystals. But it would look good on the label, that's for sure. Oh no, Christopher Allen is sick. They would definitely open up your lungs, that's for sure. Jason P., what's the best Mexican restaurant to eat at in your area? I've been to one, and it's not that good. It's not even worth telling you about, to be honest. When I tell you I'm a hermit, you guys, I work and I come home, and I don't do anything else. It sounds bad, but that's what I do. I mean, every 4 hours or so I make a video, so it kind of limits what I can do. The human mind has space for 250 relationships. Don't know where you got that information. Interesting, though. I don't buy that for a minute. I know more people than that. Of course, not all true like intimate, like connections, like we're face to face. I'm not even sure if 250 is realistic. Favorite channel, Icerin, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Doing the smallest amount of trouble without getting caught. The smallest amount of trouble without getting caught. Too. You listen. I'm a good guy. I'm trying to be a good guy. I spent most of my life doing a lot of nefarious things, and a lot of bad things. So as far as what did I do to not get caught, that's a long list. I mean, try to think of something that I can tell you that would be entertaining. All right, I'll tell you something. No. That would go over poorly. I'm thinking of a story, but thinking how people may react to it. I was about to tell you a story, but it's one I told during one of the 25-hour live streams, but I told it late into the live stream, so there weren't very many people listening. But I don't think it would be appropriate to tell now. Give me just a second, I'll think of it. Man, I don't know. I was always getting in trouble. I'll try to think of something. See, I can't think of any small things I almost got caught. I can think of some huge things that I almost got caught, but the little ones I sort of have forgotten about. So I'm sorry. I'll try to think of something. Good to see you. Real Mahoney was gifted Infinite Chili. Amazingly hot. Very cool. Chaotic Demon HD. Good to see you. I haven't seen your content in a while, but you're the reason I got into really hot stuff. I remember when you released the Tube of Terror. It really boosted my tolerance, and everything is weak now. It happens. You got to keep on it. For sure. Carlos Guzman, the highest thing I've ever tried was 16 million Scoville pure capsaicin crystals. Doesn't get any higher than that. Unless you go with resin and ferrotoxin, which I don't have yet. We need some Scoville shirts. There's one Scoville shirt on johnnyscoville.com. There's only one. I need more designs, that's for sure. Would you say this is like vlog kind of a channel? Yeah, kind of. Just in case, thank you so much. 10,000 hours to master something. I think I've mastered this. How many? 10,000 hours. Let me see here. I don't know if I've mastered that. Yeah, I don't think I've mastered anything. What am I saying? I got a long way to go. The CW3. Oh my goodness. Huge fan. Thank you for being here. Honestly. And again, just in case, thank you for that donation, man. You didn't need to do that, but thank you. It's funny, you're a huge fan. Just a little while ago, right when the beginning of the video, we were asking when CW3 was going to show up. We're glad you're here, man. Thanks for stopping by. The shirt idea, Scoville's Hermits. Huh. The Hermits United. Interesting. May I ask a question, sir? First of all, you got to call me Johnny. Because, you know, but of course, and you don't need permission to ask a question. Ask away, please. Go ahead. Burning Ernie's here. Burning Ernie. I remind you of George Carlin. Jeez. Here's the thing. There were times where he was so brilliant, I loved him. He was really a smart guy, though. That's the thing. I'm so not. We need some pepper tank mouth spray for the chili head on the go. I have some in my kitchen, but the tip is gunked up, and it's 13 million strawberry. It's ridiculous. But it's hard to do that. It's very dangerous having a spray because, you know, it's bad enough having a drop with a dropper, but a spray can get, bad things could happen with that. We thought about it. Let's see. Please don't eat resin and ferrotoxin. I think I want to try. CW3, what was the worst coming out? Nothing for a long time. It's a tolerance. It's just like if you eat stuff, your tolerance in your mouth builds, your tolerance in your stomach builds, and how easy your time in the bathroom builds. Those are the three tolerances you need to kind of think of. The tolerance in your mouth builds the quickest. The tolerance in your stomach builds slower. And the tolerance that your time in the bathroom is the one that builds the slowest. But I've been eating peppers since I was a child, so not something, it doesn't bother me. But it bothers a lot of people. But the higher tolerance, like in the beginning of, if I'm gonna have an issue, if I really went hard that first day of pod season, I might have trouble in the bathroom the next day. But by the end of pod season, I can eat burning embers and I'm fine. So, Greg Johnson, good to see you. I live in Tucson, Arizona. There's a kind of Sierra and gun store on every block. Lots of heat packing heat. I have family in Tucson. Christopher Allen. I have mastered flavor profile on your peppers. I don't know. I really, Ted, I was kind of, the more I think about it, what have I mastered? First of all, I don't want to ever be the person that says, I mastered. So I've never mastered anything, honestly. Seriously. Still trying, everything that I'm doing in life, I'm still trying to figure out. You need to know that. It's the truth. But thank you for saying that. Left Eye Pat, forget about it. Pat, good to see you, bro. Miss you, man. I love Left Eye Pat. A great dude. What's the hottest pepper I've ever eaten? A Primatale, Brian Deegan. No two ways about it. George Carlin's comedy made you think. Yeah, it did. Made you question stuff. Got you. Gator Jigsaw got to me. Gator Jigsaw's a hot pepper. No joke about it. Jeff Wallace, good to see you. Thank you guys for being here. All right, so listen, I did the drop of Tom's tank. It's amazing. It is delicious. It's very smooth. It's got character and flavor, and it's very hot. So if you want some, get some. I'm going to do a drop of December Nights, guys. Jason P, did you get some new ink on your left arm? I did. I got the Chase Heat logo. Looks good. Kind of cool. It's I don't. I think I told you guys this. You're gonna see this. This tattoo, the thing that I'm in, the show that I'm in, that's coming out towards the end of summer. That's one of the scenes. Is me getting this tattoo. It's kind of cool. So. Always room for improvement. There's no joke. Okay, this is from December Nights, guys. This is Peach and Arrow. Smells good, just smells hot. Nice. But like a wine connoisseur, you can also pick up on the subtleties in a pepper. And try. I'm getting better at that. It takes time. Lutzwell, at what point do you fall in love with the pain of the heat and can't get enough? At what point do you fall in love with the pain of the heat? It's a good question. Delicious. This is very good. Very, very good. This was the Peach and Arrow. I'm going to review all of them in a video, so that's coming. I don't know. You know, it does. You know, I definitely like. I'm addicted to the flavor of them. I'm addicted to the pain. I'm addicted to the endorphin rush. If the endorphin rush never ever came though, and all I had was the pain, I'd still eat peppers. If you know, the pain and the endorphins never happened, it was just flavor, I'd keep eating peppers. So I'm almost addicted to every aspect of them. But I really do love the pain of peppers. I don't know. It's just, I'm not sure when it happens though. Real Mahoney updates on the move. Friends arrived in Queensland, staying in Daintree Hotel. I'm filming a show that I'm in that's going to be finished filming in a couple weeks. As soon as that's done, I have a little bit of assistance this time. I have some muscle assisting me, so it looks like this is going to work this time. But I can't really. The timing of it, I got to wait till I'm done filming, just to prevent flying back and forth for a film shoot. Just relabel pepper spray, Johnny, a new blazing food product. Boy, you know, I wish there was a. If you guys can find a 100% natural, all natural pepper spray that has no chemicals in it whatsoever, email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com, and I will do that on the channel. But every one I've seen has chemicals in it. I'm not into that. I was into chemicals in college. I'm not into chemicals anymore. Charles McClellan, Johnny, show your new Chase the Heat tattoo. There it is. A lot of these I got during the challenge. I got this one in Manila, the second trip to the Philippines. I got this one in the middle of the first trip to the Philippines. I got this one in Dallas, Texas at a show. I got this one in, I don't remember. I don't remember where I got that one either. I don't remember. Left Eye Pat, am I going to San Diego for the belt match? I was given an invite, so I've been invited to the show. So that was an honor, as it was an invite only. I don't know if I'm going to be, if I just have so much going on. I have projects left and right, and more projects always on the horizon. So I hope I can. I'm not sure. If I can make it, I will. You know, it'd be fun. The CW3. I was thinking about doing a sauce with chilies and balsamic vinegar. I think habaneros would be great. That sounds good. Balsamic vinegar and hot sauce works. Well, I've had some sauces that it's so good in. Are you ever going to have stickers available? Funny you say that. Absolutely, I will. Yes, and it's going to be just like this. You know, I always do this for my elbow. It's here. It's going to have that on the next sticker. And I'll be giving them away with every order. I just don't have them yet. Hey, Brian Deacon, thanks for being here, dude. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. What's the most endorphin rushes from peppers have you had in one day? I don't think I've ever had more than 2 in one day, Ted. You know, I've done a couple multiple challenge days, but never more than that. Chili Chinglish. Wait, is Chili Chinglish here? Nah. Is Chili Chinglish here? Is that a tease? I love Chili Chinglish. If he's here, someone tell me. Great guy. What a good guy Chili Chinglish is. Anyway, OG brother, find some couth, dude. This is a family thing. Don't do that again. I'll have somebody block you. Don't do that. I don't mean to be that guy, but this is really a family show, so please conduct yourself accordingly. So Justin went to school in SoCal, working to pay it forward. It's a good thing. Mike McRitchie, good to see you. Ahi Fantasy. Wow, isn't that a great pepper? You're growing that. You're gonna be so happy you did that. I mean it. It's so good. Thank you, Charles. Yeah, we'll keep it friendly. It's no big deal. And listen, I don't mind blocking somebody. I don't care. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. There you go. Someone take care of OG brother. Bree, you want to do me a favor? And here, I'll do it. Let me get rid of that guy. Where's OG brother? I don't want to see you here anymore. How about that? Is he gone already? Is that what just happened? I'll find him. Unless somebody did it for me. I think Bree did it for me. If you see OG, that guy OG again, just keep blocking him. I don't feel like looking at his words. I'm a hacked head. I really am. I do chase the goblin. Chance Wilkins. He's disgusting. I don't know who you speak of. I'm a pepper nerd, man. That's all I do. Left Eye Pat. I'm in the same boat. About SD, San Diego. I can't commit right now, but stars align. I'm going to go and try. Yeah, you know what? I'm living to have another meeting with Chili Queen. We need to do that again. That needs to happen. This is a good one. Hold on a second. I don't know how to say your name. Let me try. Four out. Nope, I'm just going to read the comment. Hey, John, I just want to say I'm so grateful you're public about your sobriety. I was about to make a mistake and use tonight, right up until seeing you were here. Your journey gives me strength. Wow. I don't know if you were just taking a day off or if you're in the sober life and you were going to like relapse. I'm glad you're trying to stay sober. It's the most important thing in the world, because without that, everything else falls apart. But listen, I'm pretty proud of I'm proud of a lot of things, but I'm proud of my sobriety. I really am. December nights, guys. I just did a drop of your peach and arrow. It was delicious. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm still not feeling you, CW3. Sorry. Had to step away, but I'm back. Drew V, I'm glad. Good evening. I have to get good guitar to play for me. I'm classically trained composer and pianist. Self-taught guitar because I'm so unorthodox. I do everything wrong. I mean, let me tell you a funny story about guitar. I told this before on the channel, but when I was I must have been, how old are you in 6th grade? Somebody help me. How old are you in 6th grade? Don't relapse. Stay sober. Email me at chasetheed@gmail.com. I'll help you. I was in about 6th grade. My mom decided I didn't decide. My mom decided I was going to learn how to play guitar. So she got a guitar teacher for me and brought me to him. And he was a classical guitar teacher, and I didn't want to play a classical guitar. I had a guitar that was this big. You ever see those guys that play in the mariachi bands with a giant guitar? That's what I felt like. And the action was this far away from the strings, and I'm a kid. And I went, I think I went to 2 lessons. I just could not stand it. Didn't like the dude. 2HD, thank you so much for that donation. I'm glad you're a Chiliad. This dude, so you're 12 years old or so. Okay, I was somewhere between 8 and 12 or whatever. So I went to this lesson, and the guy's name was Vila Contessa. I'll tell you his name because he's probably dead. If he's not dead, I'm sorry Vila for outing him like that. But I didn't like the dude. I didn't connect with him, And that happens. There's a ton of guitar teachers on YouTube, and half of them I don't gel with. I'm not going to learn well with them. Some I'm like, this guy I'm good with. This guy I wasn't going to learn with him. I didn't like it. Didn't want to play anymore. So one day my mom, we're going to to the guitar lesson. I think it was the third lesson. And on the way there, I said to my mom, I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. I want to quit. And she said, you're not going to quit. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. She goes, all right, I'm not going to quit for you, though. You got to walk in and you got to tell him yourself. I said, fine, bring it on. I'm done. I quit. So we pull into the guy's driveway. I get out, carry this giant guitar into the guy's house. And I sat down, and in retrospect, I should have said it at the end of the hour-long, or whatever it was, but I didn't. I should have played guitar and just, did what I had to do, and at the end say, hey, I'm not coming back. I don't like you. I should have done that, but I didn't. It was a great lesson in life because I learned. What I did was, at the very beginning, I sat down. I said, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. And he said, and he looked at me and goes, so what's the story? And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. You don't need to apologize, CW3. Just keep it clean and have fun. You don't need to apologize. And don't give up. Anyway, so I said to this guy, Viola, I said, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. And he goes, what's the story? I said, the story is I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. And this clown sat there for the better part of an hour, and he said one thing the entire time. And you heard me already say it. So what's the story? He said that for an hour. I wanted to choke him. I was so mad at him. And I left and didn't touch the guitar again for more than a decade. No, probably a decade. I got a guitar. When I was in college. This is how old I am. VHS. I didn't have I had a VHS. This is when, I'll tell you how old I am. This is when MTV actually played music videos. No. I know what you're saying. Just because they're called music television, they actually did play music videos. And I would go to work and I'd put this tape in. It was a 6-hour tape. I'd pop it in, put it on MTV, and push record and leave and go to work. I'd come back and go through and see which songs I liked. And I'd put it on super slow-mo and turn the volume off. And I'd watch the guy's hands. And that's how I taught myself. And that's why I suck. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, it never gets, talking about giving up hope. Never do that. It's crazy to do. Most people, I heard a great quote once. Most people give up. Most people don't even realize they have a second wind. They quit before they even realize they have a second wind. We're capable of so much more than what we produce, Christopher Allen, you got to hang in there, dude. You got to check out my brother's channel, The Lifeboat. If you aren't there already, it's critical. It's a channel about sobriety and recovery. It's important. Oh, you know Tommy. Okay. Sorry, Christopher. Okay. Hang on one second here, people. Oh, wait. That was the very first video killed the radio star. Which is kind of funny. I mean, I suppose it's prophetic in a way. The whole thing is very sad, MTV. They don't play music. You got to think of how tragic that is. Charlie Mullins. I got you, dude. I'll take care of you. Love Charlie Mullins. When I see a notification that I get an email from Charlie, I'm stopping everything. That's how it works. Let's see here. I really miss my MTV videos. Yeah, I just miss good music. I haven't listened to live music in a long time. I like live music, man. Headbangers Ball, no way. That was a long time ago, Pat. I remember that. Any of the ahi varieties, I reckon, for newbies, fruity, citrusy, and fresh, great in so many things, and the heat level is not insane. I agree, Bree. I like, my ahi favorites are the Amarillo, the Fantasy, the Delight. Ahi Delight is really, really good. She's right. You can't go wrong with an ahi pepper. If you got stuck and you could never have anything but ahis again, you'd still be happy. So what's the story? What's the story? He over and over again. I wanted to kill him. I'm so upset with him. I was mad at my mom on the way home. Like, I can't believe you made me do that. She should have gone in there and quit for me. But it was a good lesson. Not only did I know, I learned that day that I got to do stuff for myself. My mom's not going to bail me out. I also learned if I'm going to quit on something, don't quit at the beginning unless you can drive away yourself. I didn't have a car. I had to wait for her to come back and get me. So if you're going to quit, quit at the end so there's not that awkward hour of what's the story with a guy you want to beat with a guitar. So I learned a lot that day. I've never had that one, Brie. Melicotin, I've never had that one. The ají dulce, that was the pod that I was trying to remember the other day and couldn't remember it. You guys help me out. Is that the one that sort of looks like a bell pepper, just a smaller version of a bell pepper? I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe it's not. I'm not quite sure. I thought I did a review. I can't find the review, though. Charlie, I'm not going to play any more guitar tonight, dude. Actually, the amp's still on. Still not playing. Maybe live is weird, man. Yeah, I know the guys in the videos. It's, you know what? I've watched them make music videos. It's hilarious. Like, funny. Because you watch the end production of put together. When you watch them make it, they jump around like a bunch of drunk high school kids, air guitar. It's the funniest thing in the world, really. How can you add sweetness to a hot sauce without diluting it with fruits? Tried maple syrup and even straight sugar. It just doesn't taste right. For reference, Scotch bonnet-based sauce. Ed Pagin, what's that? Pagin asks. Onion is a great, onion will sweeten sauce for sure. We've used onions onion is part of the sweetness in the primatale. So onions are good for that. The truth is, I don't like really sweet sauces. In fact, I tend to like saltier ones, so that's not something I'm super versed in. If anybody has any other information for that, please put it in the notes. Balter, under promise, over deliver. That's important. I believe that's important. That's something that we've gotten away from. Yes, my girl says, Brie, I've grown a lot of the ají varieties. We have over 20 of those to grow in the patch. When I get my butt there, I can't wait. Really can't. Okay, I'm thinking of a different one, Pat. There's a pot I've recently got from, I say recently, last season I ate it from Linda's Fiery Treats. Hang on a second. It's frustrating because I can't think of the name. Nope. No, I can't think of it. It looks like a bell pepper, but smaller, and it has habanero heat. It's incredible. I can't remember the name of it. Static Mantra. Johnny Scoville, the man, the myth. You spelled chili head wrong. Thanks for stopping by, Static Mantra. Appreciate it. Roast peppers to sweeten them. Thank you, Mike McRitchie. That's awesome. Ed, listen to this from Tom. Ed, if you let the Scotch bonnets sit in the plants, they'll start getting an orange color. Your sauce will be sweeter. True. Onion and carrots dissolve into sugars quite nicely. I didn't know. Carrots are used so frequently. Those are reasons. What is the most unique flavored pepper? Any of the really strong yellow peppers. Anytime you get a pepper that tastes like a super hot lemon, that's a special flavor profile to me. I will check that out, Ted Hammond. I might even do it after this video is over. There it is, Dizzy Dragon, Antep Acidulma. That's the pepper I was trying to figure out. That is, to me, that's the pepper that could change the game. It looks like a miniature bell, but it's got like close, not quite habanero heat, but close. And it is a delicious pepper, and it's so good you can stuff them. It's just amazing pepper. Incredible. Kimchi's challenging if you just don't like kimchi. Kimchi's is interesting. You love it, you don't, you know. Yeah, I love fermented brie. Somebody's calling me. Wow, this is my son. Hang on a second. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Well, I'm glad you did some exercise. That's a good thing. Listen, I'm doing a live stream, but I saw your name on my caller ID, and I didn't want to not answer it. I love you, you know. Can I call you as soon as the video is over? Yeah. For how long have you been doing that? Proud of you, rock star. You got it in your genes. I love you, dude. I'll talk to you after we get done. All right? Okay? He just sort of hung up. My son's biking 40 miles a day. Sorry about that. I love my son. I have two sons. He's one I don't talk to often. No, that's the other one, Brie. So, which is just very exciting because I love him. He's an amazing kid. So smart, it's terrifying. Some of the funniest kid stories that ever happened with him. He was hilarious. The things that he said as a little kid. Can you take a pepper spray better than normal people? I haven't done it, but I'm pretty sure I would. Yeah, you know, I'm used to it. I get peppers. I got like today I'm at work. I get pepper in my eye. We just keep working, you know. So I think I'd probably handle it pretty well. I handle pain well. I know Chili Mama. That was awesome. Johnny Jr. is doing great, but that's Johnny Jr.'s older brother. That was my first son. He's a great kid. He's so funny. Some of the things he says. I mean, ever since the very beginning, like the funniest story that ever happened with him was the story I told just a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. It's a funny, you know, if you have children and your kids are still little, you're a fool if you don't go get a little book to start jotting down the funny things your kids say, because you're getting old and you're going to wish you had. I'm serious. Hopefully you have videos of them, but I'm going to tell you a really funny story right now, and then we're going to wrap it up with this story, all right? Because it's a funny story. My son was about, he was little. He was a baby. He was just maybe 2 years old, and he was taking a bath. I was getting him out of the bathtub. Kids are so funny when they get out of the bath. They just run around and they're just crazy. So he's getting out of the bath. I picked him up, and he was straddling the tub. I was drying his legs and drying his back, and he was straddling like this, the tub, and he slipped, and he crunched himself. And I remember really clearly thinking, clearly that didn't hurt. You know, they haven't, you know, he's too little. It's not, they aren't even, I didn't know, I didn't know. Like it was my first boy. I didn't know yet. So I remember, so I look at him going, I'm like, dude, you all right? That hurt? You okay? And he looked at me, he goes, and he starts crying. He looks at me and says, while he's in tears, he's going, oh, get the manual. I almost had a heart attack. I said, what? He goes, get the manual. He thought there was I mean, he's 2 years old, 3 years old maybe. He thinks there's a manual. Like, he was super smart. He thought there was a manual that parents had. Like, and I could go to it and reference it, what to do when your son falls and crunches his. So I'm dying laughing, and he's upset with me that I'm laughing at him. His mom comes in, and I tell her what happened. We're both giggling. I'm trying to hide it, but you have to understand how funny that was. Get the manual. Oh my God, it's so funny. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up because we're almost going to wrap it. Oh, I can't. Eric 1872 or 81872. Love Eric. Good to see you, Eric. Manuel, that's his real name. Good to see you, Manuel. Or thanks for telling us your real name. My stepmom had a red ghost pepper plant, put off a yellow pepper, calls it a Tiger Mine ghost pepper. That's cool. I love that. Jason P, it's unbelievable to me how you take all those super hots, fill them in the hottest extract, and eat them like they're nothing. It hurts. I have a good poker face. I tell my children and friends to watch and see how it's done. I'd be the wrong guy to sit at a poker table with, for real, and I'm the wrong guy to try to torture to get information out of. you won't do well at either one of those events. It's a funny story. It's a true. He was a funny kid, you know. He was just so smart. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah, it's a good point. I'm gonna go hang out with my son. No, I can't do that. I gotta do it at least till 10 because that's what I said I was gonna do. So we'll just talk for a few more minutes. Time for some Stevie Ray Vaughan. Nolan. You guys ever watch the Stevie Ray Vaughan video I told you about where he has a broken string, changes guitars out mid-song? Unbelievable. One of the coolest, like just the coolest guitar video of all time. If you were closing your eyes and listening to it, you would never know a string. Well, if you were really great, you might have heard a string pop, but you would never hear the swap. It was that smooth. It was incredible. Tell someone you love them. You bet. And Charlie, I got you. We have a total of 4 more minutes. You know, I should just end it now, but here's the thing. It's a 1-hour live stream, and if I end it now, someone's going to say I stopped in and 2 minutes to go and you weren't there. We'll just go for a few more minutes. We'll let Bree can go check out. It's all right. Oh, and Harper and Mia, if you're there, I love you guys so much. Stevie Wonder's amazing. My dad was a big Stevie Wonder fan. Like, I mean, early Stevie Wonder fan, like Sir Duke and old Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's a rock star, man. I tell you what. The guy just has a perpetual groove. What's my next big challenge, Jason P? Well, I think I'll do a challenge tomorrow. It'll be a pepper challenge. These peppers go bad and all the other stuff I have don't. Like I have these things, and they don't go bad, but the pods I have do so. We're going to eat a bunch of those tomorrow. Love story time with Johnny. Thank you to Summer Night Skies. The bus made it all the way to the bus stop. Almost. We're going to go that. Listen, I'm a big fan of. My dad was a huge advocate of you do what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you don't have 100% intention of doing it, keep your mouth shut. You know, better keep your mouth shut than to say you're going to do something and have egg on your face. Man, my dad was a big man. When I was little, I remember just at a really young age, I remember my dad saying, words matter. You know, words matter. Funny, Christopher Allen. It's going to happen, right? I know you are. I love your skydiving video. Thank you. There's 2 of them, actually. I don't know if you saw them both. There's 2. So there's one where I ate 3 peppers. And there's the one that was in the Netflix special where I ate 10. Did you ever eat plain nuts? Plain nuts. You know what? Before we cook the nuts we have for the products we make, they're plain. They're raw. Raw peanuts are weird. They don't do it for me. Old-fashioned country pot. Coffee pot, excuse me. Habanero is my limit. 2 of them. I spackle the toilet every time I eat more than one. Wow. Should have read that first. Good thing it happened at the very end of this video. My friend calls that bathroom art. Where do I live, Greg Johnson? Right now I live on the border. South Carolina here, North Carolina here. I live right there. Technically, my zip code is South Carolina, but I could spit into North Carolina. True story. All right, so we have, what time is it here? Oh, we have 1 more minute. We're going to call it a wrap unless somebody shows up in the next 60 seconds and says, oh, man, first time ever. And we don't stay late. We don't stay late for somebody who's been on the bus who just showed up late. But we stay late for somebody who's never seen a live stream before. I'll never log off if that happens. Oh, Spackle. Yeah, gotcha. Gotta catch up with some extra videos. Thank you. All right, guys, there it is. It was 10 o'clock. We've arrived at our destination. I love all of you. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Do we do a Sunday live stream? I do a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Do we do a Sunday live stream or do I take Sunday off? I'm making an executive decision. I'm taking Sunday off. So there'll be no live stream tomorrow night. There'll be just a late night snack video. Somebody created a quick account. Love you guys a lot. All right. So tomorrow there'll be a morning video. There'll be a afternoon challenge. There'll be a late night snack video. And back to work on Monday. All right. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we'll do live streams. And you don't love me more, Brie. I love you more. You guys are awesome.